I want a super nice looking frame and everything should be clean. Hi, I'm Dev Purbia and welcome back to my channel Lost and Found. Navigating life made beautifully easy. And today's topic, you must be wondering why such a messed up frame is I tried minimalism for 21 days and here's what happened. So I kind of got rid of few things gradually. So why minimalism? Like what was the idea behind minimalism? So when I thought of starting YouTube channel, I was like, I want a super nice looking frame and everything should be clean. So that is what I started with. And you heard the sound? Yes. So that is what happened. I got rid of a lot of books and clothes and lot of stuff. And the perfectionist in me also tried this challenge, which is about minimalism. If you've seen this documentary on Netflix, which talks about minimalism as a concept, I re-watched it because I had seen it few years back and had tried some of it and kind of forgotten about it. But then, as I said, like when I started YouTube channel, I wanted to be a minimalist again. Those super nice looking studio setups is what I was targeting. So I thought like, let me try 30-day challenge. And yeah, it was interesting on paper. What is minimalism first of all? Wherein you don't hoard a lot of things. There are extreme things in minimalism also where you kind of have same colored clothes and stuff like that, which I have not tried yet. As you can see in my YouTube videos, I have a different shirt all the time. So yeah, this happened and I took up the 30-day challenge, and it was like what is the 30-day minimalism challenge? On any given day, basically on the nth day, you discard n number of things. So which is like on first day you will discard one thing, on second day two things, on third day three things, and so on till you reach some almost 500 items. So I went on with full momentum, and luckily I'm a hoarder, so I had lot of stuff to discard. So I started with kitchen stuff, and there was lot of some expired medicines and stuff like that. Then there were books which I was thinking I would read, and they had been there, like Lord of the Rings, which I think I bought it in college times, but the font was so small I knew I would never read it, so I gave it to a friend. Then I think I mentioned this in one of the videos, right, the sugar video, that at some point I was addicted to waffles, so I had a waffle maker which was never used. So that was the first thing I actually gave away, and then this went on. So one of the first hurdle I faced was, in between I had to travel. So obviously you can't discard things from here. So that day what I did was, for those days I started a bit of digital decluttering, wherein I tried removing apps from my phone, or photos on my phone which were occupying space and stuff like that. Now I think I kind of finished 15 days. The momentum was great and stuff like that. Gradually I realized that what happens in such challenges is you are pretty much stuck to the goal. Like on a given day, let's say on the 12th day, if I'm not discarding 12 things, we want to score 100 on all challenge, because when you hear the word challenge you want to score 100, right? But do you remember in school, when did you score 100? So we it's so difficult that this mentality of scoring 100 in challenges is it happens, at least for me it happens, because I'm kind of perfectionist also. So this kind of thing is such a downer in terms of trying out new things, because it can actually demotivate you, because on, let's say, 12th day, if you have kind of discarded only 10 things, you will be like, oh, I didn't finish today's assignment in that sense. Whereas uh, I think what ideally we should do is celebrate that, oh, you discarded 10 things. So this brings me to the point that whenever we are starting a habit, uh, we tend to be goal oriented lot of times, that, oh, I need to wake up at this time, so if I've not woken up, my day gets messed up, or if I missed a day, like, then also the day is messed up, kind of thing. And that demotivates us more than the whole motivation which could have come from that challenge or that habit, right? So I think this is one of the realization which I had, that I'll make this challenge my own, because probably 1 out of 1,000 or 1 out of 10,000 people must be completing that whole 30-day challenge. But that is the example we look at, because that's what we would probably see on social media, right? That this person succeeded. You would not see that these many people did not succeed, or they probably reached till this point. So in my case, I finally reached till about 21 days, and that was good enough for me to realize that I am not very goal oriented person, as in I would not want a goal oriented challenge, rather I need a habit oriented thing, wherein it has to become a process. Like I am trying a new morning routine which has become a process for me. I'll make a video about that soon. But I don't yet have a night routine wherein I have a set thing. But one of the thing which I gradually figured out after attempting this challenge was that before going to sleep, what I want to do is like a 1 minute cleanup. 1 minute cleanup is whichever things I see which can be put in place to arrange them nicely, I would do that. So let's say a book which is out of place, I can arrange it so that when you wake up in the morning, you see that it's in place, right? Or uh, another thing which I do is fill up the water bottle, so that first thing I do in morning is drink 1 liter water. So I want that to be in place again. And then if there is any cutlery, plates or anything lying down in the living room, I would rearrange them. So that is something which I have gradually started doing, and that has kind of I feel more content with that approach vis-a-vis the thing which I mentioned about goals, right? Like when we try a habit which is very goal oriented, a lot of times there is this thing that, oh, we did not really pass the mark, or you didn't get the passing mark. But I think if you're trying anything, my suggestion to you would be that always remember your school days and how much you scored. So it's okay to score 70%, sometimes it's even okay to score 50. As far as you have made any progress on something that you're trying, I think that's a good enough step. And I think that is mostly about minimalism. Am I a minimalist now? Definitely not. My house is still a lot of mess. One more challenge which happened during minimalism was I am also trying to reduce my carbon footprint in a way, in the sense I want to recycle a lot of things. So what happened is when I was discarding stuff, I kept collecting it to find places to recycle plastic, to recycle electronics, and uh, to recycle clothing and stuff like that. So the thing is that when you start minimalism, this might also be a challenge, that you don't want to just throw everything in dustbin, right? Because then it goes to landfill. So this is one thing which also affected the speed of my minimalist journey in that sense. I am still looking for a proper e-waste recycler, so that I can give away like one of let's say this CD drive. Yes, there used to be something called CDs. Yeah. So such waste is still there. Like there would be cables, there would be keyboards and stuff which has stopped working. So there are some stuff which is still there and which I wish to discard. And yeah, so that also kind of slowed down my journey. But as I said, you need to let go of the perfectionist a bit, because as I said, the initial intent for me was to have a perfect living room for my YouTube channel. But in this frame that you are seeing, the room looks clean enough to go on YouTube. That's what I did, and I was fine with that. Like I was like, the challenge can happen in its own domain, but YouTube channel also has to go on. Always adapt it to your needs or your whatever makes you comfortable. Don't really go by what you see on social media, wherein one person out of maybe a lakh or a million has succeeded in that thing. Make your own definition and celebrate your smaller wins. Like maybe one, even if on one of the days your room is super clean and cozy, that's a win, right? Like, so that's something you can start with. And in this case, I modified the minimalism challenge to tidying up. Like that's my definition, and that's something I've been trying. And I think one of the days I'll show you how the room looks before and after. Maybe we'll have a video about that. So yeah, thank you for listening to my journey about tidying up. And yeah, usual, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.